Hello, all my bottoms up babes. This is your soul master, Carrie, taking the messiness in life, mixing it up, finding the message, and serving it to you straight. Because healing isn't linear, it's layered, and sometimes the breakdown is just the beginning of your breakthrough. Here, we honor the ache, speak the life into silence, and give the broken pieces a place to belong. This is the space where truth meets tenderness, where your story is sacred and your scars are seen. So breathe deep, open up, listen up, and let the healing begin.
Have you ever had a time where you got in your head and you just started thinking all this like crazy, bizarre stuff? Like it started out as just a thought, and then the next thing you know, you're like thinking craziness. Like, for instance, when I leave my phone at home, I'm like, oh my God, I left my phone at home. And then I start thinking the house is going to burn down. And then the fire department's not going to be able to catch me and contact me. And then my kids are going to go home. And the whole entire block is going to like just blow up in pieces, all because I left my phone at home. So you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. So what if the story of David and Goliath is actually not about a monster, but about your mental aspect and the monster that you create from the fear that you cause and the destruction that you allow yourself to believe? What if Goliath isn't just some monster? He is the fear that you inherited, the fear that is told to you that you're not good enough, the voices that basically say that you are less than when really you're more than. And you see, David didn't feel that he was good enough, and he ended up hitting Goliath in the head. And maybe that was it. The mental aspect was what he needed to realize. You know, David was basically told that, you know, he wasn't ready, and that's what he thought. That's what he believed. And the Lord said, no, I want him to be the one that fights the monster. And that is exactly what he did. He finally realized that the delusion that was told of him was not the illusion that he needed to believe. So now, instead of this 2-foot problem, we now have this 9-foot monster, just like Goliath. And I know I'm in the dating world. A lot of you are only 5'7", and I'm 5'9". So, you know, I know that there's, 9 feet is probably a lot for some of you. Don't worry. I buy Amazon to tell myself that I'm not at Amazon, okay? I know the issues. I know the problems. But anyway, so maybe that's just it. Maybe we are taking something that is way bigger than it is, and now we've made this big 9-foot monster that we have to try and conquer. You see, when we get in our heads and we don't handle it at the point of just being a thought, and we let it blow up into a big illusion, that's where problems come around. And you see, God forbid it's 2025 and we have any kind of communication with each other, because that's just horrible. And maybe you did try to communicate and they said, nope, talk to the text because the ear's not listening. And maybe that's the case. But the point is just because somebody says something that you are or has a perception of you, that doesn't mean that you have to make it your mentality, that you don't have to make their delusions to become your illusions of false truth. And that's where you need to start stepping up to the plate and realize that you are good enough. Because if you don't, that is where people start to they start to abuse, they start to go into using substance abuse, they turn to a bottle, they turn to a drug. And maybe right now it's just a little bit to take the edge off, or a little bit to not have to deal with whatever the situation is. But then those become monsters, and then they create chaos and confusion. And you see, in your mind, you think that you're winning because you're just not facing the situation, and now it's blown up into something huge. But really, our actions are what give the devil authority over us and tells them that they're winning. Because when they see that we're broken down and we're utilizing substances, or we're, believing the lies, or we're, allowing them to like control us and manipulate us, then we are allowing them to win. And once things become out of control, it's hard to turn back. It's hard to get from the beginning, when it was just a minor situation, when now it's exploded into something huge. You see, the devil is a demon of destruction, dysfunction, delusions, to give you false reality to your destination. And the Lord is saying, no, listen, these are lies. The lies need to be the love that I have for you. And you need to listen, because I am the light, and I'm trying to show you the life that you are supposed to have. So if you are listening to this right now and you are in the darkness and you are literally going to destruction and you are finding false hope and false reality to who you are, listen, I have love for you, and I am telling you right now, like, please stop surrendering and bowing to the devil that is destroying your life, and know that you are so loved. And you have to see it though. I already have the knowledge, and that's what you need. You need the knowledge of knowing what is inside of you and the love that sits inside of you. I already have it. I can see it. I'm telling you. And now it's up to you to find it and know it. Get the knowledge and get the wisdom, because there is so much more to life than what you are in right now. And that is why there's the struggle, because the Lord is trying to remove you from struggle and taking you into his saving, and to be the savior from the destruction and the dysfunction that you are associating with and thinking that that's what you're worth. And you are worth so much more. But you need to see it. You need to be the one who takes your free will and saves yourself. It's time.